Hey everybody, how are you? I'm here at World Trade Center area. I took the C train down here, or you can take the A train or the E train down here to Chambers Street. It's very easy. But also the E train, if you're going to take the E train you can take all these trains from Times Square downtown on 8th Avenue, the A, the C, and the E. So the A is express, it'll stop here at Chambers, and then it drops you off and it continues all the way to JFK actually. You can actually save money by taking the A or the E train to JFK and not taking a $100 cab and only spend $290 one way. But anyway, so you can take the A or the C or the E here. The E, the very last stop on the E is right here, and the stop is called World Trade Center. And there's two trains here that drop you off or pick you up. So it's super easy. Now I can see one of the trains sitting there waiting to take off. That's probably the one I'll take home or up to Times Square. See, it says last stop right here, or first stop if you're heading uptown. But yeah, so it's sitting here. There's always two. There's one on the other side of the tracks. As soon as the next train pulls up, this one takes off, and vice versa. So you don't have to run to the train thinking you're gonna be late and miss it. Don't worry about that. There's always two trains there. As soon as one leaves, one pulls up, or one pulls up and one leaves. So very easy. And so now this would take us right into the Oculus. Directly inside the Oculus, the transportation hub that was built after the destruction of the original one on 9/11. How's everybody doing today? I actually don't see any comments. Maybe it's just me. There's one. Hey Paco from Spain, what's up? Bienvenidos, mi amigo. So again, there's the subway. I can see people starting to sit down. Hey Anja, hey Sin, hey everybody, what's up? See, there's people sitting there, got their masks on. I know that'll make people upset. But anyway, whatever people want to do, they can do it. So here we are, see, WTC, that's the station right here. And then I like to see right here, I want to show you guys one of my favorite views right here at Vesey Street. I want to walk out here to show you guys the view when you walk up the steps. It's amazing. They just took the scaffolding back down, so now it's another one of my favorite exits of the subway station here. You can walk into the vessel, but look at this view. I love to show you guys this view of the World Trade Center, One World Trade, how massive it is. Isn't it crazy how big it is? I'm glad there's a person there because it shows you the scale of how 100 floors up she is. And with the spire, she is 1,776 feet tall in honor of our Declaration of Independence. It's purposely that height. And then just a few blocks that way is the Brooklyn Bridge. Very easy to walk there. And then you can just walk a few blocks that way to Wall Street and down to Stone Street and Francis Tavern, the oldest tavern in New York City, where the Revolutionary War was planned. And George Washington, where they drew up the Bill of Rights at the Federal Building at Wall Street too. And then they also have, what's it called? They have South Street Seaport down there too at the end of Fulton Street. So there's a lot you can, and then straight down this way is the well, just one avenue over is Broadway, and then you walk down it and you can see the Charging Bowl and Trinity Church, and straight down here too would be the famous Staten Island Ferry, which is free. It's just a few minute walk, maybe 15-minute walk tops. Then you'll hop on the Staten Island Ferry and zip by the Statue of Liberty. But look at these views. Aren't these gorgeous, you guys? Awesome, awesome. The weather's tomorrow is going to be 60 degrees. I looked at the temperature for the rest of the month, and it's going to be in like average 50s, 60s. So we're getting rid of winter. I am so happy. You have no idea. You guys have probably heard me complain about it a lot. I'm done with this winter. We all are. But anyway, this is Chambers Street right here. It stops right here at the Oculus World Trade Center. And there's an Eataly. You see the EA right there in that building? That is Eataly. It's an awesome place. I've gone there with some of you guys when we do tours as well. So my latest tour was with Michelle and Colin. They are from Scotland, and they brought me some haggis, and I can't wait to eat it. They told me to eat it with mashed potatoes and ketchup. So if anybody has any recommendations, I'm super excited to eat it. I was going to eat it the other day, but after our tour, I truly passed out. We walked a lot. As you know, it's New York. It was awesome. We had a really good time. We laughed a good time. Look. Okay, so now we're just going to walk. We'll take a peek and see where the Twin Towers once stood is just behind the Oculus here. And we will walk inside the beautiful Oculus, which is designed by Santiago Calatrava. He is a Spanish architect, and he also designed the airport in France. Beautiful bridge in Brazil. He has works all over the world. So you can see in here. It lights up at night sometimes, you know how but we'll look in here. Look at all the people down there. So some of the subways come here too, like the NRW, the 1, you know, the A, the C, and the E are really close. And then Fulton Street Station is that way. It has the 4, 5, 6 and all that. 1, 2, 3, or the 1 is in here actually. It comes right here inside Oculus. So almost all the subways will come to this area. Let's walk in the Oculus. We got some sunlight so we can see. I forgot it's daylight savings time. So we got some.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So we got some sunlight. The amazing Oculus, and they also light this up on holidays or events as well. For like 4th of July, 9/11, Memorial Day, President's Day, it is all red, white, and blue. For Christmas, it is red and green. Just depending on the holiday, they really illuminate this here. Also, you can see now, look at the World Trade Center. You see how it's through the window there? That's the Freedom Tower, our One World Trade. On 9/11, specifically on 9/11/2001, it is designed so that specific day, the way the sun is located in the sky, it will create shadows through this. You see these? There's a line in the middle there, and it creates the Twin Towers on the floor of the Oculus. The shadows of they recreate the shadows of the Twin Towers, which I think is incredible. Just to let you know, I don't see any comments. Maybe it's just me. Sometimes the phone or the app will do that, and I have to reboot it. But can somebody just say hello? Just so I don't see any comments at all, my friends. It might be weird. Just want to make sure I'm not missing your the reason I'm not answering. Oh, there you go, Lucy. Yeah, the Millennium is a hotel. It's a beautiful hotel. Do you want me to get your picture? Hey, buddy, do you want me to get your picture? No problem. Let's stand in the middle. Okay, ready? Hey, you guys, I'm getting your picture. Oh, it's a timer. 9. Hold on 1 second. It's a timer. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bam. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I'll get right here. I'm doing a live video too. Awesome. Here we go. One more. Tres, 2, 1. There you go, guys. I hope it's okay. Where are you from? Where do you guys live? Oh. See ya. They live in Queens. What's up, you guys? Hey, Lucy. Hey, Steve. What's up from Ocala, my friends? I want your weather right now. Hey, Danielle from Brazil. Lucy, everybody. I like this view. See, here's the R and the W train. You can catch it right here inside the Oculus. You can just walk out these doors and hop on the train to Times Square right there at the R and the W. Going uptown. See how that says downtown in Brooklyn? You just have to walk through here and go underground and walk over. But it's easy. So I like this view right here too. As we come down the stairs. Is that cool? I like when people are on the stairs and the escalator right there. Yeah, see? It's kind of cool to see people coming down there. So we'll just walk to this side of the Oculus. Kind of slow today, Sunday. The PATH train comes here, the PATH PATH train. And it's always packed. And then you can take that over to New Jersey. See the PATH train over there? The PATH train to New Jersey. And you can just zip on over. And it's the only one stop to New Jersey. It's super easy. And it's called Exchange Place is the first stop. And it's truly some of my favorite views looking over to Manhattan from New Jersey. People don't think to go to New Jersey. And the views are amazing. So I definitely recommend it. Truly recommend it. See, this will tell you everything. They got these signs here. The 9/11 Memorial. PAC NYC. This one train is over here. Exit to Greenwich Street. Going over that way. They got restrooms. On each side, though, they got restrooms over there. And a food court. The Gansevoort food court, which is pretty good. I get a salad there with salmon, and it's one of the biggest salads I've ever had, and it's cheap for, to get, a salad with salmon, and I was like, wow, this thing, I always go there, I love it. But also, if you walk underneath here where it says the PATH train, this side of the Oculus, if you walk through that tunnel straight ahead, it'll take you up an escalator over to the other side of the West Side Highway to Battery Park. And that way you're on the Hudson River, and then you can see New Jersey. And it also has my absolute food court. One of my absolute top 2 food courts in New York City is over here at Brookfield Place. It's just underneath us, straight ahead. You can actually, if you're upstairs at the Twin Towers where they once stood, you can walk across the West Village over to Brookfield Place. And then you can go upstairs, and the food court, that's the one train. The food court is incredible. Truly one of my favorites. You can sit upstairs overlooking Battery Park, the Hudson River, and you can see the Statue of Liberty as well. So truly recommend it. So if you're hungry, there's really some good food options. There's the Gansevoort food court down here. That we just passed, kind of, where the restrooms behind them. And then you can continue to walk over here, and you will go to what's it called? I forgot what I called it. Brookfield Place. I think it's Brookfield. And the food court is insane. Okay, so now we're on the opposite side from when we walked in. I truly don't see your comments. I think there's something wrong with the app today. Because usually I see all your comments and I don't see any. So if I'm not answering, that's why I don't see any of you. I saw Steve's from our friend Steve from Ocala, and that was it. Oh, thank you, buddy. You have to do that. Appreciate you, my friend. That's a nice person. That's someone I want to know, you know, like with that person who held the door and then stood back. That's the type of people I like to be around. So look at this. Actually, the sculptures are my friends Mark and Jilly. And they're all about saving, you know, the animals. And they have these incredible sculptures that they have created. It's amazing, isn't it? Isn't that cool? And so what happens is this rabbit is one of the main characters, and then they have the dog, a gentleman who has like a dog face too. That's the main character, and it tells you over here a little bit more. I like the hat. So here they are. This is like Rabbit Lady and Dog Man. I hope I'm saying their names right. But they're two, so it's Jilly and Mark, Gillie. That's also their name on Instagram. If you want to say hi to them and say I sent you to them, they're so awesome. They're really nice friends and super talented. And please, step on their Instagram and follow them and say hi. Tell them I sent you to them. Look how cool this is. So now they're playing. This is a dinner. Do you guys have reservations? I said, do you have reservations? Yeah, it's very good. Have fun. They're from France. How awesome. I asked them if they had reservations. But isn't this cool? I love it. Okay, guys, let's go to where the towers once stood. I'm pretty sure that it does close at 8 p.m. where the North Tower once stood and the South Tower once stood. They are the exact circumference of the original Twin Towers. So we'll see them in just a moment. This is a huge sculpture. I think they did an amazing job. So it's Mark, M-A-R-C, and Jillie, Gillie. I wish I could see your comments, you guys. If you're trying to comment, I don't see them today. I don't know why. Sometimes that happens. So, well, there's Angela. I see one. Maybe you guys are just quiet today. Yeah, the rabbit is really cool, isn't it, Angela? Hey, Iona, is that your name? Oh yeah, there were some on the bike. I don't know where they went. I think they moved them. Hey, Minto, what's up from Bangladesh? I'll come visit you one day in Bangladesh. I'd love to go there. This is the 9/11 Memorial Museum right here, everyone. It takes a few hours. It takes a few hours to get through it. It's very hard to get through. It's very emotional. Hey, Loretta, what's up? I think today will be the last day I wear earmuffs and a hat because it's going to get in the 60s. I'm so excited. So here again is One World Trade. This is the Freedom Tower. That's 1,776 feet tall. At the very top on the 100th floor is where the observation area is, way up there. Interesting. That's the only building in New York City I will not go up in. It's a beautiful building. I just have personal issues with going in it. For some reason, I want to go in it, but I can't bring myself to do it still. One day I will go up it. And then right here is the tridents at the very front of the World Trade Center. They pulled the tridents out of the rubble, which is the front entryway, or the bottom of the World Trade, the Twin Towers, I should say. So as we walk up here, this is a picture. This is the 9/11 Memorial Museum. But here's a picture of the outside of the Twin Towers. And you see the tridents that were at the base of the World Trade Center building. And now you can see them right here. They go way, look at this. You can kind of see them, see the reflection. How do we do this? I don't think we can, you can't see it, but it's right here, right in front of us is the trident. There's the base of it going way down there. But it is, I wish I could show you guys a better view. It's just, there's a glare, sorry. There's a glare here. I'm just trying to, sorry. No, you're good. I'm just trying to show you through the glare. It's up there. Oh, you can see it. Can you guys see it now? The trident right there, way up there. How big this is. That is, they took that out of the rubble and it's all rusty now. It's very emotional to be here. Every time I come here, it's just very emotional. So, and then they have all the names engraved. They have all the names engraved of every single person who passed away, every single hero who died that day, whether they whether they were in the buildings or on the planes. They do have the specific, people from who hit the North Tower, this is the North Tower, and then over there is the South Tower. So they have the specific names of the heroes who died on the planes that day, trying to save themselves. Flat 93 is also down on the South Tower. We'll see that momentarily too, where that went down in Pennsylvania. So I'll show you guys that as well. But they have all, they also have the Pentagon, the heroes from all the planes, other names here, the heroes that were in every single building, just going to work that day, not knowing that they would be in a war. And they also have the heroes that from 1993 when there was an explosion in the basement of the World Trade of the Twin Towers as well. And the Pentagon. And usually you'll see a flower. If you see a flower on their names, that tells you that it is their birthday that day. So if you see a white rose, it means it's their birthday. But do you see this, the different texture glass at the bottom of the World Trade Center right there? That is specifically designed bomb blast resistant material. So if someone tries to make an attempt again, the bottom of the World Trade Center is especially reinforced. It's one of the strongest buildings in the world. And then they have the elevators, from what I understand, in the middle of the tower, in the very middle, the elevators are very well protected. How is everybody tonight? I'm only seeing a few comments here and there, so there must be something wrong with the phone. Sorry, you guys. And they also have volunteers here every night that do polish the names out of respect for all our heroes that are named. Their names that are etched on the perimeter of the pools here. I wonder if we can see. The reflection isn't so strong now because it's getting darker and the lights are stronger. So now you can see now you can see a better view of the tridents now. See it's kind of hard to, but anyway, there you are. You can kind of see the tridents. They're humongous. That were the original Twin Towers. And all the trees in the World Trade Center grounds here, from what I understand, they are white oak trees from the specific Northeast region only. Trying to see, can you see the tridents? Reflection. So now here's where the South Tower is. And this is exactly, again, where the Twin Towers once stood. If you're ever here on September 11th, which I recommend, and it's a very rough day for New York City and the country and the world. And right when September 1st hits, here in New York, the date of September 1st arrives, I should say, with all the news and everything. I really wouldn't smile, but yeah, so it's a very emotional, 10, 11 days working up to September 11th. And, with all the memorials on TV, local TV as well. And here's Flight 77 right here. And then here we're going to see Flight 93. Flight 93 right here. This is the one that went down in Pennsylvania, where one of the last plane that knew what was happening and they fought back. So there are some notable people that we do remember from Flight 93. Jeremy Glick right here is a name that a lot of us remember from Flight 93. Also Mark Bingham right here. And Todd Beamer. I think Todd Beamer is the gentleman who said the famous phrase that a lot of us know around the world when they decided to fight back, and he said, "Let's roll." I think Todd Beamer is the one who said, "Let's roll." I don't know if you guys remember that. And then also on this, the South Tower here, they also have all the first responders, FDNY, NYPD, Port Authority, every hero that passed away that day as well. How's everybody doing? We'll walk over to the other side here. in just a moment. And then here is the survivor tree. It is a calorie pear tree. It is the only tree that survived the devastation here on 9/11/2001 that day, on September 11th. And they took it out of the rubble. It was, all the buildings were collapsed around it. And they nursed it back to health. And it's taken a couple years to nurse it back to health. And now it is this beautiful tree right here, a calorie pear tree. But you can still see some signs like a wire in the tree that is holding it up a little. It is damaged. It shows some scarring of what it went through, but it survived, and it's a beautiful survivor tree. It's a calorie pear tree. And you can see it. It'll start, the leaves shall start budding soon. And then here it says it's the survivor tree as well. This calorie pear tree stands distinct from the hundreds of white oak trees on the memorial. It was discovered amidst the wreckage of the 9/11 attacks. Its bark charred from fires at the site and many of its limbs reduced to stumps, yet somehow the tree still bearing leaves showed signs of life. They took the recovery workers, transported the tree to a nursery in the Bronx to be cared for by the New York City Department of Parks and Recreation. With careful tending, the stumps of burned and gnarled bark gave growth to longer and smoother branches. Replanted at the 9/11 Memorial in December 2010. The survivor tree bursts into magnificent blossom each spring, embodying a living symbol of resilience. And one thing, too, that I also love about this tree is during the autumn time, when all the trees around this whole memorial are finished and they have fallen off, the calorie pear tree, the survivor tree, stands alone with all its beautiful, vibrant leaves. It's truly spectacular. And then up here, you can walk up these steps. We will just a minute. And up there is the sphere. This is, see how it's all crumbled? That was on the plaza in between the Twin Towers. And when they collapsed, this was all crumbled, but they took it out of the rubble and they put it up there. So we'll go up there in just a minute, too. Oh, here's a white rose, my friends. So this is this engine 21 FDNY. William Francis Burke Jr. This is his birthday today. Happy birthday to our hero here. Also right here too, there's a very famous name of a chaplain. Here he is. His name is Chaplain right here. See where it says Chaplain Michael F. Judge. He is one of the chaplains that came down here on 9/11, and he actually passed away down here. And there's a famous photo of him being carried through the rubble after he passed away. From what I understand, don't quote me on the specifics. I never want to give wrong information, but that's what I'm aware of right now. So if you Google Michael Mychal F. Judge, and you can see the photo as well. It's very moving, but he was down here on 9/11 to help. But I'm always down here on 9/11 every year to do videos as well. All our heroes here. There's also the number 343 on a lot of the fire trucks around the city. The 343 signified the 343 firemen and women that passed away on September 11th, 2001. So you will see the number 343 around the city, and it's honoring our heroes. And this is Thomas Mangione's birthday as well right here. So this is New York volunteers who actually put the flowers on their names. And then we'll walk down here. It's very calming to hear the waterfalls. I think they did a beautiful job memorializing our heroes that passed away that day and memorializing the site down here. If you're just joining, I don't see your comments at all today. I don't know. I see you joining us, but I don't see your comments. Sorry about that. There must be a glitch with Facebook. Maybe if somebody attempts to say hi, maybe I'll see it, but I don't think it's working. Oh, this must be a family member who did this with all these flowers here. So then here's the view that I love too. I always like to take this view. Way up there. So that is World Trade One, or the Freedom Tower. We call it by the numbers of the building here in New York City. World Trade 2 has not been built yet, or the second tower, which to me is very frustrating. It should be done. It's been 24 years this year. But we're gonna go up here too. Now we'll go up. We're gonna go up these steps, and I'll show you the sphere that was crumbled on 9/11/2001 as well. So here's World Trade 3 and World Trade 4. These skyscrapers right here. And then over in the distance, that is Zuccotti Park with all the lights on the trees. But that is on Broadway right there. There's also a man, as a statue of a man, sitting down with his briefcase open. It's from the 80s. Well, that's what the theme of it. And he's looking at his calculator and whatever, stuff you had in the 80s in your briefcase. And he's life-size. It's this bronze statue, but he's sitting up there, just a block away up there. And when 9/11 happened, do you remember when everyone was all covered with ash and soot and everything? Well, the firemen kept thinking that he was a real person sitting there because he was covered in all the soot. Because he was a businessman with his briefcase open. I will show you guys soon. I'll do a video going up there. And this right here is a beautiful mural. Oh, real quick. See right here, this is the 343 that you see. The 343, the city's bravest in memory of those who fell, and to those who carry on across all cities and towns across all generations. But that's beautiful right here. And this is our heroes, the 343 heroes, our firefighters who passed away that day. These are many of our heroes that passed away that day. And this is a mural. See the 343 again down there? And you'll also see, on fire trucks across the city, the number 343 on there as well. But this kind of tells it's a mural, a bronze mural, depicting that day of 9/11 here. And this is the Twin Towers right there. Terrible day. Okay, now there is, let's walk on up here. Then I'll let you go. Okay, we're going up the stairs and we'll just go to the Sphere and you'll see the view. That is kind of overlooking where the Twin Towers once stood, the pools here, or the waterfalls. Okay, here we go. Here it is, the Sphere. And I mentioned the food court earlier. It's just across the street in that building right there. So you could walk underneath the tunnel from the Oculus straight over there. Or you can just walk across the street. It's amazing. And these buildings right here are in New Jersey that you're looking over the Hudson. And this is the World Trade Center campus overlook. The best views of the 16-acre World Trade Center campus are from right here. You can see the 9/11 Memorial and Museum, a place of remembrance and reflection. Above the memorial is One World Trade Center, the tallest building in the Western Hemisphere, which is 1,776 feet tall, which I mentioned earlier, my friends. And the One World Observatory with 360-degree views at the top. Beside it is 7 World Trade Center, the first campus tower to be rebuilt after 9/11, and the Perelman Performing Arts Center, a new cultural hub for Lower Manhattan. Yep, that's brand new. It's really beautiful too. Look for amazing views of the Oculus, transportation hub with shops and restaurants, and the office towers. 3 World Trade Center, 4 World Trade, and the St. Nicholas National Shrine. And this is the strongest. This is a church right here, guys. It is one of the strongest churches in. It is the strongest structure in New York City, from what I understand. I wonder if it's open right now. Sometimes you can walk in. Look at this marble. It's incredible. I don't think it's open. Yeah, it's not open right now. St. Nicholas. This is St. Nicholas Greek Orthodox Church and National Shrine. And now we'll walk to the Sphere here. There's this tower right here, where it once stood. And the North Tower is just up there at the base of One World Trade Center, or the Freedom Tower right there. And then here is the Sphere, my friends, right there. that's where it was, right there, right between the Twin Towers, my friends. That's where it stood, in the plaza. Okay, everyone, thanks for spending a little bit of this evening with me. Hey, I'm getting busy. If you want to book a tour, I recommend you start booking. It's going to be a busy summer and spring, so definitely recommend it. Everyone have a great night, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Sorry I couldn't see your comments today. They're not showing up for some reason. I have no idea why. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye. Take care.